Hello, my little YouTube friends. This is your friend Velma Hagar with her book, Hidden Treasures in Secret Places and Hidden Treasures in Dark Places. You know what? I just did a thing this morning on grit. And you know, I want to just tell you something. But before I tell you anything, hit that subscribe button down there. Hit it. And hit like and say something nice to me, will you? And send this video to friends. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. My God, how long it's taken me. Oh well, you know what? Grit pays off. And if there's one thing I have, it's grit. I never give up. I won't say never. Every once in a great while. You have to give up. You get lowered out in the window of in the basket every once in a while, but not very often. Okay, and if you don't know the Bible, you wouldn't even understand that, because Paul, at one point in his life, had his friends drop him out of the window in a basket because he was being pursued by people that were going to harm him. Every once in a while, you got to get in the basket. Okay, grit. I want to tell you something. I heard a video this morning, and this is not even what I planned on doing. Duh, but anyway, I'm going to do it anyway. I heard a video this morning, and this gal was saying all this research has been done at Stanford University and many other universities, that, you know, a combination of places. They discovered talent, beauty, charm, education, brilliance, IQ. None of those things are what causes success, and especially not talent. How do you like that? They called that one out, specially, not talent. You know what brings success? Good old-fashioned grit. Now, grit, defined, is a person who pursues, who stays with something, who has a character, a strong character. Imagine, money doesn't do it. Education doesn't do it. None of it. Plain old ordinary grit. You know that everybody can make a decision to have grit? You don't have to be anybody special. You ask God for that favor. You say, God, bless me with that gift of grit. Isn't that interesting? Grit, more than anything else, is the reason for success? Hello? Most of us think it's money, being born into money, having tons of talent, having a good education. No, none of that. Plain old-fashioned grit. Being courageous. Now, God tells us over and over, be strong and courageous. So what he's really saying is have grit. Be strong and courageous. Now, grit, when you think of the other definition of it as a noun, is little particles of rock. It's little particles of rock that when you rub it on things, it will destroy what you rub it on. Grit is powerful, whether it be in your character or in little pieces of rock. Now, if God says, be strong and courageous, he uses the word be. In other words, we have a choice to be, okay? I want you to make a choice. Ask God first. Always acknowledge God. And when you do that, he will make your path straight. So acknowledge God first, and then make a conscious decision. You know what? I'm sticking with this. I don't care what the world thinks. I don't care that my money looks like it's running out. I don't care that I'm scared. I don't care. I'm going to be courageous. You know, let's define. Oh, I don't have my iPad here. I'd love to define that word courageous by, you know, I use old-fashioned Webster's dictionary, because that's the language we speak today and what it means. But you know what? I want to look that up and give that to you next time. Courageous. You look it up. What does the word mean to be courageous? What does it mean? Don't I have my iPad? Oh, my iPad's plugged in over there. Oh, well. But anyway, be strong and courageous. Have courage. Go forward. Be that. Make yourself be that. Don't stop. If you know that you've got a project that you've been called to, you've dedicated your life to, you've made a decision to go for it, don't give up. On very rare occasions do you back off. Very rare. That isn't what I was going to share with you. But you know what? It is what I shared. So you know what? I owe you another one, because I was going to talk about something completely different. But I love it when God does that. When I get on here and I shoot from the hip, I call it, I don't have a plan. I don't have something in front of me that I'm going to talk about. I have an idea in my head what I'm going to talk about. And this morning I got in front of you and I went off on another tangent. But oh well, I got that one done. And I am such a believer of grit. I have seen it over, and I think I'm a classic example of it. I stayed in business for 45 years. And you know what? When I started, the old story was I went to the banker to try to get a loan so I could open a business. And he said to me, I had this little project all planned out. I was going to open a little shoe store. And he said, you know what? There's no way you'll ever make it in business. You're digging a pit for yourself you're never going to get out of. That's what he said to me. I want to tell you, when I left that bank, I felt, why am I even doing this? But you know what? I didn't let it stop me. That's called grit. I went forward. And do you know that only 10%, no, I think it's 7% of small businesses make it for 10 years. That was the statistic. 7% of small businesses make it for 10 years. I made it for 43 years or 45 years, whatever it was. And I had no money, no husband, no child support. You know what I had? I had grit. I pulled it off with grit. And you know what? So can you. Thank God I have grit. I stayed with it until I succeeded. And man, was it a slow climb. Whoa, was it I was falling off those rocks and go back. It was like, you didn't stop me though. Thank God. Today, I can sit here and say to you, grit works. I had no money. I had nothing. I didn't even ever work for anybody in the shoe business. First, no, I just went in and did it. With grit. It took grit. And Sammy Hagar is another example. My God. Fontana, alcoholic dad, living out on the streets, no money, no in, anywhere, and grit. Grit took that guy to the top. It wasn't his talent. Don't ever tell him I said that. He is talented, but he isn't as talented as he has grit. That's his real success, is grit. All right, you guys, I could go on and on about this, but I'm not going to. Get on Amazon, buy my books. And if you haven't given me a review on Amazon, please do. Give me a review. And please hit subscribe and send this to a friend. All right? Okay, you guys, until next time. This is your friend, Velma Hagar, bidding you a blessed day. She loves all of you. Bye.